Hey, I'm Hunt, and this is Hunt on LSU, your channel for LSU Fighting Tiger football talk. Enjoy the video. We want you to leave a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe right below the video. Enjoy. So today it was great news for LSU to see some national awards start to name their finalists, and for LSU to very much be in the mix there. Got the Maxwell that you're going to see Jaden Daniels up for. He'll be involved in the Davey O'Brien as well. But I want to start actually with the Biletnikoff Award because Malik Nabers was named a finalist along with two other wide receivers for the award that honors the nation's best wide receiver. And after the game on Saturday in the postgame, I made a statement, and we talk about this all the time. The postgame is very different in terms of emotion and time to marinate on things than my show on Monday, or in this case on Tuesday. Sometimes I change my mind over the course of 48, 72 hours, and I'm pretty open about that with y'all when that happens. In this instance, I don't think I have. Right after the game went final and I went on the postgame show, I said I thought that the Heisman was in Bo Nix's hands to lose or win in the Pac-12 championship game. I said that on Saturday. And I said I thought Malik Nabers would win the Biletnikoff. Now, Charles Hannegriff on Eagle 8.1 Game Day comes on following me on Saturdays, before me during the week, and he said the exact opposite. He thought that Jaden Daniels was the favorite to win the Heisman and that Malik Nabers was going to run second to Marvin Harrison in terms of the Biletnikoff. And I fully understand the case for Marvin Harrison. I fully understand the case for Malik Nabers. And I'll lay those out, I think, pretty objectively. There's certainly subjective feelings in them, but if you're going off statistics, it's a runaway. Malik Nabers has 19 more catches. He leads the nation in receiving yards by more than 300 more than Marvin Harrison. He's got more touchdowns. He averages more yards per game. Even if you look at some of the lesser games they played, Marvin Harrison had 4 games where he did not have 35 yards receiving. Malik Nabers had 1 game where he had sub 85 yards receiving. Now, Malik went over 100 yards 9 times. Marvin Harrison went over 100 yards 8 times. Both guys were sensational all year long. But by the numbers, Malik Nabers would win this award. But it doesn't always come down to numbers. And I'm about to list off some of the last 5 years, and I'll tell you how the statistics lined up. And I'll tell you that these statistics are not 100% correct because they don't take into account games played after the award. These do take into account statistics that were given out after the award was given out. So if you won the award and then you went out and played in a playoff game or bowl game or whatever it was, those are going to be added in, and they weren't taken into account when the award was given out. So I realize there's a little bit of a flaw in the award. But like Jalen Hyatt last year, he didn't lead the country in anything. Jordan Addison won it in 2021. He led in touchdowns, not yards, not catches. Devontae Smith led in everything. We know that. Jamar Chase led in yards and touchdowns. He did not lead in receptions. And then Jerry Jeudy didn't lead in anything in 2018. So this award is not solely given out based on, okay, who led the country in yards, who led the country in touchdowns. That's the award winner. The voters are going to take into account performance in big games, highlight reel plays, name recognition, potentially, draft prospects, because you're looking to award it to the nation's most outstanding wide receiver. And of course, Marvin Harrison's year last year and his name are going to give him a leg up. But Malik did have 1,000 yards last year. It's not like no one had ever heard of Malik Nabers entering the season. He was thought of as maybe the top wide receiver in the Southeastern Conference entering this year. Certainly felt that way in media days. And it's not like he plays for Eastern Washington or Texas San Antonio. But he does have a potential Heisman winner throwing him the football, and Marvin Harrison's got Kyle McCord. So if you want to tell me, okay, Marvin Harrison's got a subpar quarterback in comparison to Malik Nabers, that's going to ding your numbers a little bit. He's the most talented wide receiver in the country. He's 1 touchdown off the lead. He averages 100 yards a game and went over 100 8 times this year. And he's going to be the first wide receiver taken off the board. I think he's the best receiver in the country. I will give him my vote. I'm not going to throw a fit over that. I'm really not. That's a reasonable explanation. And I just told you I thought that Bo Nix would win the Heisman. But I think in this instance, Malik should win this award. 19 more catches, 335 more yards, more touchdowns, and doing it with every bit as much athletic prowess as Marvin Harrison does it. Look at the touchdowns he's making in the back of the end zone with those leaping catches. He's burning Alabama over the top on that first touchdown drive in the biggest game LSU played all year. Everything subjective about what Marvin Harrison does, I think Malik Nabers matches. And if you're going to tell me you sit right here, you know that Marvin Harrison is a better pro and a better college player than Malik Nabers, I would suggest that you don't. I do know that objectively Malik Nabers had a better statistical season. I think he's going to win it. I think that what LSU created in terms of their notoriety this year and everyone's respect for how absolutely spectacular this offense was, I think that points it towards Malik Nabers. Now, if you don't ever look at a statistic and you're just voting on the way it's felt to you all year long and you liked watching Big Noon Kickoff and you like Maserati Marv and you want to hear Gus Johnson give it to you, well, then you'll probably vote for Marvin Harrison. I think it's going to be really close, but I think Malik's going to win it. We've got 2 weeks to dive into this, and we'll see how things play out. But I think LSU's offense created so much notoriety, and Malik was right in the middle of that I think he will win it. I'm still very skeptical about the Heisman Trophy to this point. I like 8's odds to win this trophy in Florida in a couple of weeks, and I certainly hope that he does. Either way, he's become an all-timer at LSU with his performance this year, really last year, and what he's put together in a career. He goes over the career receptions mark on Saturday night. He will go over the yards mark and then probably take a seat in the bowl game. Fantastic career, and I hope that it's capped off with the award that he, in my opinion, deserves in a really, really fierce competition. So, hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.